Cinema Gold Show. I'm your host, Larry Lease. On today's episode, we're diving into the latest TV and streaming news from around the industry. But before we do that, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Poddex, for sponsoring this episode. Poddex are unique interview questions and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. Whether you're a new podcaster or existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience or get more engagement, you're going to want to check out poddex.com and use the code Larry21 for 10% off your order. Now let's begin with our first topic. FBI and both of its spinoffs are getting 2-season renewals at CBS. There's a lot more FBI on the way at CBS, as reported by The Hollywood Reporter. The network has given 2-season renewals to all 3 shows in the franchise, which includes the main series, along with both spinoffs, FBI International and FBI Most Wanted, guaranteeing each series will stick around through the 2023-24 season. The renewal will bump FBI to 6 seasons, with Most Wanted going up to 3, and the new series International getting renewed through season 3. Dick Wolf, who produces all 3 shows, also released a statement commenting on the franchise's popularity. Everybody who works on these shows is over the moon about the multi-year pickup. We are all incredibly grateful to CBS and our partners at Universal Television and CBS Studios, and I personally would like to thank the incredible cast, writers, and dedicated producers, not to mention 3 crews who never missed an air date, despite the difficulties of producing full seasons during the COVID pandemic. Dick Wolf created FBI with Craig Turk, launching the series in 2018. The crime drama features an ensemble cast that includes Missy Peregrine, Jeremy Sisto, Alana de la Garza, John Boyd, and Catherine Renee Turner. It follows the agents of the FBI's Criminal Investigation Office in New York. FBI's first spin-off series, Most Wanted, follows the FBI's Fugitive Task Force as they pursue the nation's most dangerous criminals straight from the Bureau's Most Wanted list. It stars Julian McMahon, Kellen Lutz, Roxy Sternberg, and Miguel Gomez. Debuting in 2021, the Rookie spin-off, FBI International, is the follow-up series focuses on the FBI's Fly Team, a group of elite operatives tasked with neutralizing threats against the U.S. from around the world. The main series is the flagship show of the franchise, with FBI averaging more than 10 million viewers each episode. Both Most Wanted and International are still very popular, each pulling in between 8 and 9 million viewers on average per episode. The high ratings were clearly enough for CBS to move forward with renewals for multiple seasons of all 3 shows in the series, keeping the agents on the air for years to come. Let us know in the comments section below, are you a fan of these shows? Are you happy to see the continuation? I personally want to know, do you think they should have more spin-offs or not? I think growing more spin-offs might actually be a bad thing in the long run, because then it takes away attention from the main show, like the flagship show, I should say. But hey, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. And now on to our second topic. Jack Ryan will be ending with a 4th season, but it's rumored to have a Michael Pena spin-off in the works. Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, the Prime Video series starring John Krasinski, will reportedly be ending after 4 seasons. Only 2 seasons of Jack Ryan have aired thus far, and the last was back in 2019 before the pandemic hit. In February of that year, the series received an early pickup for a 3rd season before its 2nd season had even aired, and now its ending has received an early announcement while production on the 4th season is still underway. To be clear, seasons 3 and 4 are still coming to Prime Video. There's no release date yet for either of them, but the 3rd is expected to drop this year, with the 4th likely to follow in 2023. And according to Deadline, the series will then wrap up to be replaced with a potential spin-off led by Michael Pena. Nowhere in this report does it say Jack Ryan has been cancelled, so it would appear the series is ending on its own terms. Krasinski is said to have made a 4-season commitment to the show, on which he also serves as an executive producer. And if you've been keeping up with the filled details of his recent filmography, then you might know he has another possible movie franchise commitment in his future, which could see him building on an existing shared universe connection with a different character played by Pena. Pena's character has not appeared on Jack Ryan yet, but his casting was announced late last year when word of the show's 4th season renewal came. He's set to make his debut at the end of the 3rd season before becoming a regular cast member in season 4. Deadline's inside sources say the spinoff is in early stages with no firm concept or a script yet, but that Pena is playing Ding Chavez, a major character who has appeared in 22 Clancy novels, including Clear and Present Danger, The Sum of All Fears, which were adapted into films starring Harrison Ford and Ben Affleck as Jack Ryan. Respectively, Alec Baldwin and Chris Pine also played the character in The Hunt for Red October and Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit, while Ford first played Ryan at Patriot Games, and Raymond Cruz played Chavez in Clear and Present Danger. Of late, Prime Video has set itself up as the home for all things Clancy related, with Michael B. Jordan starring last year in Without Remorse, the first film adaptation of a non-Ryan novel from the author who passed away in 2013. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about a potential spin-off for the Jack Ryan series? Are you a fan of the, I guess you want to call it the Clancy universe? Let us know. Which film in the Jack Ryan series did you like? And speaking of Jack Ryan, this actually leads to our other sponsor, Audible. If you want to get a free audiobook of your choice, including plenty of Clancy novels, including Clear and Present Danger, Sum of All Fears, go to audibletrial.com/O'Leary21. And as always, the link will be in the description. That's one free audiobook from Audible just for signing up, as well as a 30-day free trial. And now, on to our next topic. We're back with more Star Trek news. Star Trek Strange New Worlds is now the top-rated Star Trek series ever on Rotten Tomatoes. As much affection as longtime Trekkies have for this particular franchise, most would readily admit that the mere existence of a new Star Trek series doesn't necessarily guarantee a must-watch event. For every Deep Space Nine or Lower Decks, there are large swaths of shows, especially in their early going, that would have to be considered entirely skippable before finally getting to the good stuff. Looking at you, early seasons of Voyager and Discovery. Discovery premiered to much fanfare back in 2017 and went on to justify 4 seasons of varying degrees of quality, but it was at the very obvious potential of its spin-off series, Strange New Worlds, that wound up demanding the lion's share of attention from fans eager for a more old-fashioned approach to Trek. That potential has since blossomed into reality with the recent series premiere anchored by the performance of Anson Mount as Christopher Pike, further buoyed by Ethan Peck's Spock, Rebecca Romijn Number 1, and a cast of brand new characters. If you want to listen to our review of Strange New Worlds Episode 1, you can click up, over here, and check that out today. It's been receiving plenty of praise, calling the series the best Star Trek show in decades, which has translated to more tangible results. And Strange New Worlds now boasts the best Rotten Tomatoes score of any of the dozen Trek shows to come into being through the franchise's 50-plus year history with a pristine 98%, placing it ahead of the likes of Prodigy, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Discovery, Picard. That fascinating nugget of information comes courtesy of Rotten Tomatoes, which charts the top 10 shows in terms of their score percentages on the tomato meter. Now, a couple of caveats, of course. Rotten Tomato scores aren't some foolproof measurement of quality, or even a fully reliable gauge of how audiences are responding to a certain work, but with the crucial context that the site is merely an aggregate, gathering together the critical consensus and applying generalized numbers to them. It can become a helpful tool for figuring out just where a new installment of a storied property fits in among the grand scheme of things. With Strange New Worlds, the early returns would clearly and emphatically place it at the top of the list. Hit it. By all accounts, Strange New World is living up to the hype so far, with 5 total episodes made available to the press ahead of time, and all of them displaying the strengths and core appeal of Star Trek, with a refreshing blend of tradition and progressiveness. If you haven't yet jumped on board for various reasons, be it an understandable weariness of fan service or fatigue over the endless commodification of IP, let this just be the latest attempt to disabuse you of that notion when it comes to Strange New Worlds. Even setting aside its impressive score, Strange New Worlds has earned the benefit of the doubt through its ability to channel classic Trek while resisting the urge to simply become the original series Redux. Thanks to Anson Mount's portrayal of Captain Pike, this feels like a very different character than someone like William Shatner's Kirk or Patrick Stewart's Jean-Luc Picard. Picking up the loose threads, I should say, from Discovery, where Pike was cursed with his preordained fate as laid out in the original series, the initial episodes of Strange New Worlds have each found clever and meaningful ways to depict the captain's struggle in coming to terms with the dark path ahead of him in his mortality. But in a change of pace from Discovery, each of the Enterprise supporting crew members all feel like natural and purposeful extensions of every story told. Combine the sheer watchability of these new characters with the loose tone and adventurous spirit of the series, and it's clear why even just the premiere has fans so excited about the show's future. And now, our popular Poddex segment. Today's question comes from the This or That deck, available on the Poddex app. And the question is, college, yes or no, and why? Which is actually a tough one, because I would kind of go both ways. Like, I wasn't a fan of taking all those classes and whatnot. And to be fair, I got a degree in journalism that really didn't pan out, but that was kind of my fault, so can't hold that against them. But I'm going to go with yes, just because of all the experiences I had that I probably wouldn't have been able to have if I didn't go to college. And I got to meet some cool people, met a bunch of the college coaches and a few of the players, so that was fun. And just going to all the sporting events was fun. And I met some good friends, so there's that too. But let us know in the comments section below, yes or no to college, and let us know why. As always, if you want to support the show, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/cinemagold. Your support helps the channel grow, upgrade our equipment, bring in new hosts, pay them, take this show on the road, hopefully, because I'd love to record like on the coasts, West Coast, East Coast, down south, up north, and go back home to Alaska and even record live there. But hey, your support can help make that happen. But as always, thank you so much for watching and listening, and we will see you next time.